Moving into our next match, both players are now ready and raring to go, and we're going to put the pedal to the metal as we head into our next stage.
Pretty solid opening hand. The nice Joe opener. The 312's not necessarily what you want in your opening hand, but it can maybe be played neutrally if needed.
It's absolutely better than a lot of the smaller cards because you can at least have reach with it.
Yeah. Having to push with the Scrapper probably isn't ideal. I'm sure that Rose would love to save that for comboing with Maws. I'm sure he has that in his deck, but I don't know, just having to kind of play it like that. He can probably still do it, actually, but...
Yeah, no, it's actually set up perfectly for Maws.
Yeah, but it's going to be a little... It's not going to be difficult to interrupt, is what I want to say, I guess.
Yeah. Now the question is, do we go for the defense? Do we try to protect? Do you just start... I kind of would like the idea of, like, just going down enough and start getting those combos. Like, let Trey go in and fill in the Maw's mouth a little bit. Oh, there's that aggressive Mudmouth you were talking about.
Right. Yeah, and playing it backwards. So, like, had Rose been up a little bit farther, that probably would have activated for Trey.
Yeah. No, that could have been really good.
But Rose top decks the Maws, like... all my worries are just gone. He already has the Scrapper Maws combo.
And he successfully defended his base. At this point, Trey can still get their specials kind of online and do a couple of schemes. But if Trey isn't able to get that kind of stuff running, Rose is in a very strong position.
Yeah, Trey has to try to push, and it's not gonna work at all, unfortunately.
Out comes the Dynamo. That's a very clean combo piece for getting those specials going.
Oh, Dynamo. If only you could run 3 of them.
I wish. God,
I'm still a bit upset about the new kits not having cards, but...
I'm also upset about, like, there's several chunks of the game that just don't have cards.
Yep.
We don't have anything for Grandfest.
Oh yeah, good point.
That's like the biggest thing. There should be like a 20-point card that's just all of the idols together, and it's just a big fucking card. I shouldn't be swearing. It's just a big card.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. That'd be pretty cool. There's still like a lot of potential left with cards they can make. But unfortunately, Nintendo doesn't want to give us those cards.
Nope, they're hoarding them for themselves. They're like dragons.
They want the Tableturf community to prove itself before they release more cards.
Yeah. Which I don't know what more we can prove. Like, things have been jamming for quite a while. Like, everybody's having a lot of fun and are content, and things are good, but like, what more do you want from us, Nintendo? Ooh, this
is kind of walking away with this game right now. There's like, unfortunately, so little Treylina can do. He's just kind of, you know, just taking his time and building up all this special.
He had such good opening plays, and then he just got the perfect catches on Treylina as they tried to make their counter push. He's thinking about how to end this.
Oh, man.
He doesn't want to just win, he wants to kill Trey here.
Yeah, he knows that he can use the Wiper, maybe, if he really needs a new special spot to, like, play off of, but...
Imagine just granting Trey just 3 special because you just want to fill in that Wiper spot.
I don't even know what I would think if that happened.
I'd just call it BM. Because that's what that would be. That's just hard you could smell the BM coming off a move like that.
Oh, I don't know if I know what BM is.
Bad mouthing. Basically,
Oh,
it's
okay.
taunting.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought, but I wasn't sure if.
It's taunting, it's flaunting, it's being a butthead. And just... It's T-posing for dominance. Which, I mean, he's also kind of doing that still, just by having these solid plays and having a 24-point lead.
But it's not rude like it would be if to just kind of toy with them.
Yeah.
It's just kind of the fact of this game.
He just played well.
Turned out, yeah.
It's not... You can't consider it BM when he's just playing the game.
Yeah. Not really good spots for the crab tank. I don't know. Maybe it'd be better to just play the Splatana for the free special.
Ooh.
But maybe... I think he's trying to bait a spot, though. Because now, like, Trey is going to want to attack there. That's kind of the best spot for her to attack.
Yeah.
And, you know, Rose can just go right back over it. Because those two specials on the left are, like, completely trapped.
They
like,
are.
There's no way to, like, push forward with that, like, that Clash Gray wall.
I think you're right. I think this is a bait.
Yeah. I think it's just kind of, yeah, giving her obviously more space to go over so she can get as much of it, and then Rose can just go right back over it.
Out comes the fry. Let's see the damage it does.
Okay. Was able to kind of navigate that pretty well, though.
Triple Ink Strike
really,
overwrites that pretty cleanly. Yeah.
That's... I think that'll be it with that triple Ink Strike.
Yeah, I think he managed to pull off the bait.
She does have 5 special, though, which I know she's pretty fond of Zipcaster. That might be able to kind of fit diagonally.
But we are still looking at an 11-point deficit.
That is very true.
Rose literally just needs 24 points, which overwriting the fry absolutely does it. Trying to find... I mean, if Trey went for something bigger, then he would need more points. So he's just trying to cover his bases.
Yeah.
She did find
a
really good Zipcaster, but yeah, unfortunately, Rose just managing to hold really well on that game, just keeping it strongly under control all the way to that last point. If Trey got that end zap a lot earlier, they might have had something else going on because they might have been able to try to rush in to do interference. But it took so long to get that one card that they've been waiting for the entire set, or that entire game, that nothing could come of it.
Yeah, there's so many times where, like, you hope to top deck a card you need, and it just does not come. And then when you get it, like, turn 10 or 11, it's like, what's the point of it anymore?
Indeed. Like, even despite that, that was actually kind of close. 7 points difference is not a wide margin, but it's just one of those things that you can't really do much to contend that. Like, that's well too late.
Yeah. That's why the first few turns are really, really important in this game. Like, if you can block off your opponent, like, early on, there's just so much more you can do.
Indeed. You really want, like, it's such an important part to be able to create that defined space, but
Definitely.
It's incredibly difficult to do once you get to the top level. Like, Rose got very good there, but a bit of that I feel like was luck. Like, Trey got read a little bit, didn't have the right cards that they were looking for, so it all kind of just fell in a way that did not work out for them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of the times, especially at high level play, it kind of just comes down to either one who gets better RNG or, like, two who is able to kind of like just get slightly better draws than their opponent. Because sometimes you get like a fairly big card that's like pretty good, but it's not the one you want at the time. And so you have to make like a suboptimal play. But going to Double Gemini, I say every time, but I love this map.
I mean, I say a lot of things a lot because they're all true. This is such a weird map and we love it for it. I also like plays like that where it's not necessarily as proactive. You can still do a lot off of this setup though, especially since Rose went to the other side, that Trey could technically break through as long as they have a card to be able to break through this splatling. Setting up the Joe just like that is super good because that's pretty much guaranteed space now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like not the easiest to combo within, but it's pretty well protected. But that Grizz just kind of takes a bite right into Rose's base, and Rose is just stuck on his side now. Like, he can't push without using special.
This is such a dominant, like, it's not even the aggressive Pierce that I was expecting, but it's better that it's not because of the fact that Trey got so many points off of it and just completely takes the entire neutral field.
Yeah, like, I don't want to say it's over, but like, this is the position Rose pushed Trey into last game, basically.
Yeah. The challenge now is for Rose to find a way to break through into Trey's base, which is absolutely possible with the right cards and the right setups, but everything just seems to be like a step off for him too, which is just making this so much more worse.
Right? Does his Drizzler fit on the left? I think it might, right? That might not be what he wants to combo though. Oh yeah, he's got the other Tenta. That's probably what he wants over there.
Oh, right.
See, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, sometimes you can make a move, but it's just not as good as what you'd like to do.
So he's kind of forced to have to play a little bit of setup around things. All he's got left is this Drizzler, and like, there's a lot of spots that it looks like it'd be really nice to place it, but that's literally the only spot you can, and that's not a good spot. You see how many openings there are. He's not going to be able to combo with it.
I think I agree with this pass, though. There's a chance Treylina has something to get in there, like, even further, but she's been playing kind of defensively, so I think it might be a better idea to try to wait, like, 1 or 2 more turns before using the Drizzler.
Yeah. It's clear that Trey's just playing passively right now, feeling confident in their field and just focusing on base building, which means it is an opportunity for Rose to be able to kind of come in and get a counterplay and turn the tides, especially since it looks like Trey is kind of bottom decking a lot of the wrong cards. And despite the board state, this is actually kind of possible for Rose. He's even set himself up. He could make the Drizzler work out as a combo, though I know the Brella is still the better pick.
Yeah, the Brella, if he keeps just not
Please!
getting it, but he can, though, play the screen. It might just be good to get a little bit more turf, but he's going to pass this and watch. He's going to use the screen next turn, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, she gets in there. No. Oh, man.
But he now has the special because of that pass that, yeah, like you were saying, this is a time... It's not the entire base, but he can attack one of the base sections.
Yeah, and if Treylina tries to fill in that Joe area, I think he can play the Drizzler on the left.
Ooh!
But she sees that coming.
And the worst part is that, like, that was a really strong splatter screen, but now that's a perfect splatter screen for her to take later.
Yep, yeah, she can just go right over that if she's got it.
Still has the Octocopter that will ensure that grants 1 special. I think Rose is cooked. I think his eggs are cooked.
And he still hasn't drawn that other Brella, I think.
Oh! No! Trey's giving him a 3rd special! There it is!
He might still have a chance. There's the Brella. But,
I mean, again, as long as Treylina doesn't have a splatter screen to perfect overwrite.
I think if she's taken this long to place, she probably doesn't. She probably is a Zipcaster.
Right. But that's still a 13-point lead in favor of Treylina.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna... And she's got a lot of options of where to special it. Like, that whole side on the right looks really prime.
Mm-hmm.
That's prime real estate right there. There it is, the Zipcaster.
One of Treylina's favorite cards.
I think it is her favorite card. I'm not sure, though.
Fair. And that evens up the score to 2 apiece.
They're neck and neck.
You know, I was joking earlier about, I'm like, we were told we should stream this. I'm like, we could, but it'd be really funny and kind of unfortunate if we did, and then it turned into a quick 3-0. But no, we've gone neck to neck. We would have been sitting here with our thumbs up our butt the entire time. So our read master making yet another good reading on the situation.
Yeah, we're like, oh, we'll jump in on game 3. Hopefully that's not just the end of the set. And no, they're really pushing it out. In the chat, Treylina just said, I really yelled Greek tragedy after that Grizz, is what BlackRoseDragon said to her.
Oh. That one hurt his soul, yeah.
Right? We need like a sad opera song after that.
Just realizing that in the blink of an eye, you just lost the game. Off of what seemed like a pretty safe and smart move, but Treylina, I didn't realize that you could set the pieces up like that, but he tried to play a little defensively and got completely shut down.
Right? And the thing is, like, he didn't play a bad opening. Like, I kind of like those, like, Squid Sister, like, mirror openings sometimes. Because, you know, people go to the left, they go to the right. Usually you can kind of figure out where someone's going to go on Double Gemini. But that Grizz was just, like, totally unexpected with fitting it exactly right in there.
Yeah, no, they were... That just completely destroyed anything that Rose had going for him.
Yeah. Everyone's really bringing their A game today, I think.
Question is, who will be Diamond Bracket number 7's champion? We still have 4 players left in the bracket. Which one of these two will be knocked out and gone for good in just a moment? And the other will be advancing to face off against Pinon. Just looking at what our options are. Rose is thinking carefully. We've got Over the Line and Thunder Point Band. Where do we think we're wanting to go next? I don't imagine we'll go to any of the more difficult or chaotic stages. Overall, they've been pretty clean and clear with the choices that have been made. And Rose is making another pretty safe one. I like this stage. It works pretty well with what both players have been trying to do up to this point. As we're heading to X Marks the Garden.
Ooh, X. I know Treylina likes X.
I still like Gerda for battle more, but this is a very good stage.
Oh, I do not really like Girder.
Well, I think you smell bad.
It's very hot out today.
Yeah, that's probably why. I won't judge you too hard.
But, Rose? Okay, yeah, because I was wondering what he was doing, keeping the eel down there.
Like, it's not a bad play, because he's clearly thinking multiple turns down the road, but it's one of those things that if he does think too hard when he's got that as his only play, a Stamper and then Little Judd, it's not looking too hot for a move. And unfortunately, this one doesn't work out too well either, and now all he's got is a Nautilus, which will absolutely ensure that he gets to compete for the other base. So nothing is sectioned off except for both players starting.
Trey's got a Dynamo, but yeah, Rose still gets in there. But, ooh, having both 312s is not really where you want to be.
Yeah, it's dicey to say the least. Going for that little placement there is actually kind of interesting on the basis that it would stop the Drizzler combo that I imagine Treylina might be looking at.
The chum play, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the chum play, but I guess he's just thinking to use the Little Judd a little more aggressively. And Treylina has the same idea. She just plays her Judd almost the exact, like, mirror opposite.
Just because Trey's is actually properly in a corner, she is going to get a special off of that, where Rose won't. But we do have one of the key parts of the base combo that he has chosen to go for, the Charcoal Decapitator. So he's going to start doing a bit of base building, and it fills up a lot of his space. Trey also drawing their card.
The Hydra doesn't... It fits, but it doesn't really do anything for Rose's special generation. Like, there's some good spots. I like the spots for it, but...
He is really hurting for special.
Yeah. Yeah, and especially if he wants to, like, try any interrupts, like, he needs special now. Like, that Lil Judd is kind of gonna be, I don't want to say wasted, because it's a good special spot, but, he can't do anything early with it. And Trey's gonna go right into his base and just destroy any base building.
Ooh, that will give...
Chum is good, though.
Yeah. No, he needs to go for the other plate that I see where he's going with that, but he needs to get at least 2 specials so he can set something up. Maybe pass it.
I mean... Yeah, I think the other one might be better, but, like, I don't think he's gonna be able to break Trey's base at this point.
It might be too obvious of a play. If he did a pass now, did that, then it might be a little sneakier, but it's also, like, maybe not active enough.
Yeah, but Trey's already got her base practically finished. She just needs the other 96, and I think she kind of has this game in the bag.
Yeah, this seems pretty locked and loaded in Treylina's favor. I don't see a very good way for Rose to bring this back.
Nice little Octo Stamp, just keeping momentum going.
Bringing that up to a 17-point lead in Treylina's favor.
Ooh, perfect Ultra Stamp. That's really satisfying, but can Rose do both the Crab Tank and that? Like, he really needs to play both, but I don't think there's a way for him to be able to play both.
Yeah, like, he has to be able to get 2 special off his first play, then pass, and then he can make 1 more big play, but...
It's not impossible if Treylina accidentally gives him a special point, but I don't think she's going to do that, to be honest.
I imagine Trey's wanting to be very safe in this kind of situation, and getting those extra special definitely set up... actually, that Crab Tank has made it, like... she has a position where she can grant him a special, and that'll give him a fighting chance.
Yeah,
But that also can set her up to get another special move on top of the one that she might get on this next turn. This game's cold cut. It's done. There's nothing that Rose can do here. And yes.
Oh, she gave him a special. She gave him a special.
She gave him a special, but look at the score.